Are you looking for a Sri Lankan SIM card for your travels throughout Sri Lanka? Well, you might want to consider Mobitel by Sri Lanka Telecom. In this video, I will tell you everything about Mobitel. Let's get started. Hi, it's Adu from Phone Travel with you, and today I'm in Colombo, Sri Lanka, enjoying the heat. Yes, straight up heat. It's very hot in here, even in this. Whoa. Today we will be talking about Mobitel by Sri Lanka Telecom. As you can hear by the name, Sri Lanka Telecom used to be the only operator in Sri Lanka, and they also used to have a monopoly until the other three operators came in the country and decided to compete with Sri Lanka Telecom. Well, that's a good thing for the consumers, because since then the speeds have gone up, the prices have gone down, and service has improved overall. That's always good competition. Well, most of the time, not always, but that's another story for another video. Sometimes the first operator has the best network in the country or the worst. It's usually not in between, it's usually the best or the worst. In the case of Sri Lanka Telecom, together with Dialog, they have the best network and coverage throughout the country, including one of the best speeds as well. So that's a good thing in case you are considering Sri Lanka Telecom. When you arrive at Colombo International Airport, which has some different name that I cannot pronounce, you can get your Mobitel SIM card at one of the booths at the airport. Well, most of the time they will only sell you their airport packages, also referred to as tourist packages, which are more expensive than the data packs you can get in town. For some people it's worth to pay these prices, because these tourist packs usually include international calls, international text messages. Not sure if that applies to Mobitel as well, compared to the standard data packs or standard packs, which often do not include international calls or don't include international calls at all. If you don't care about international calls or SMS and you only want internet packages, then I would certainly recommend you to buy your SIM card in town, so you don't have to pay these inflated prices. In Sri Lanka, it's by law that you have to show your passport and that the operator has to register you in their national database, meaning that you cannot buy a SIM card without your passport, which also means that you cannot go to a random store or supermarket to get a SIM card and then start using it. You have to go to an official Mobitel store or Sri Lanka Telecom store. In my case, I went to the head office in Colombo because I couldn't really find a good store nearby. And the thing is, when you walk around in the area, you might wonder if you're actually in the correct place, but once you find it, you will see a relatively brand new building with Sri Lanka Telecom where you can, well, buy a SIM card. You might have to wait a little bit, up to 20 minutes before one of the salespersons will help you, because there always seems to be a queue in there, but luckily they have, if I'm correct, 15 or 18 desks, so people get help quickly. So that's a good thing in case you want to get a Mobitel SIM card. Once you talk with the salesperson, they will first ask you about your passport. You hand it over to them. Then they will also ask you how much data you want. And on the website, they showed me the data packages on the website. They only showed me 4 data packages because I was only interested in data. And if I'm correct, the most data you could get was valid for 21 days and would give you 2 gigabytes. If I'm incorrect, it will be corrected on the screen. But I'm quite sure that they have more data packs. And if they do, check out my blog phonetravelways.com/Mobitel, where I go much more in depth about Mobitel, including all the packages they have and how to activate data packs in case you don't want the salesperson to do it for you. In my case, I just wanted the salesperson to activate a data pack because I was already there. So I selected my data pack, handed over the cash. You have to pay in cash. You can probably also pay with card, but Sri Lanka is quite a cash country, so bring some cash with you. I think I paid 200, 300 Sri Lanka rupees, so it's not that much, but make sure to at least have some cash with you when you walk around in Colombo or Sri Lanka. Then I got my SIM card and I was ready to go. I didn't have to wait a few minutes for it to activate. It was activated immediately, which was pleasant, unlike another operator, which was Dialog, which took about 20 minutes before it was activated. Once you get your starter pack, which you might not be able to see properly, you can open it and then you get just your SIM card holder, nothing fancy. As you can see, it's a trio SIM card holder, meaning that you can pop out the size you need. In my case, I need Nano, which is already popped out. but you can also pop out the micro SIM and or the regular SIM in case your device needs the standard size. As you know, it's time for the speed test, and often I go out and conduct the speed test in a random park. But the issue is Sri Lanka, especially Colombo, is a noisy city. A lot of cars, a lot of buses, and a lot of honking, which might be annoying for this video. So I decided to do the speed test in my Airbnb. So let's just get started, shall we? Alright, it's time for the speed test. As you can see, this is not the usual phone I use for my speed test. It's because data speeds are not super high in Sri Lanka compared to other countries. For example, if it's a country that will get me 200 download plus, then I would use my other phone. But since it's less than 100 here in Sri Lanka, this phone will do fine with the speeds. So that's why let me just focus. As you know, I usually like to use one of the independent operators, so not a server of the operator themselves. In this case, that would be Sri Lanka Telecom. However, since one of the other operators, Hutch, could not use the independent server, which was a university here nearby, I decided to use Sri Lanka Telecom for all my speed tests, so that we at least have the same server and same factors for all the tests, except for the different phone, but I already explained that a bit earlier. So let me focus a bit more and let's just press go. Let's see what speeds we will get at this place. Well, okay, it started slow, but it's still on the slower end. A download speed of 10, which are basically 3G speeds, at least in this area. Let's see the upload. One of the better ones I've seen so far. I'm still, a little bit disappointed because they are very slow speeds. Of course, I've had higher speeds in other places, but for this video we get the download speed of 11, 10.9, but 11. So I'm slightly disappointed. I expected much better, especially since they post that they have amazing speed throughout the country. But yeah, I'm not in a city center, so that also explains. But yeah, I'm still slightly disappointed. So there we have it, our speed test with Mobitel. As you could hear and see, I'm slightly disappointed because, I know that they can do much better. Yes, I know, I'm not in a city center, so speeds will not be as high. But I know that they can do much better. I've had better speed tests with them before, which you can see on my blog post, phonetoalways.com/Mobitel. But still, I was, expecting more. But hey, speed tests get influenced by many factors, and in this case, here, right now, I don't get the fastest speeds. But you will have good coverage throughout the country. I can tell you that based on the test I've used and the actual speed test. So don't be too discouraged with Mobitel, because together with Dialog, they have the best network throughout Sri Lanka. So there we have it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button and comment down below what you think about these findings. And make sure to subscribe to Phone Travel Wiz, where I do this type of reviews all over the world. Right now I'm Sri Lanka, next time might be Australia, Malaysia, other places in the world, so that you don't have to do or conduct these tests yourself. And while you're at it, check out my blog post, blog post as well, but the blog itself, phonetoalways.com, where I talk about local SIM cards all over the world. North America, South America, Oceania, all over the world. I also talk about international SIM cards, mobile hotspots. Basically, traveling with your phone is covered on my site. And if you want to see how Mobitel compares to the other operators, click on the eye up here where I do a comparison video to see, which one is the best. So there we have it, Mobitel. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.